Hey everybody, it's Mikey B at Beckley's RVs. Behind me, I've got a awesome motorhome that you've got to check out with me. The Winnebago Solis Pocket 36A. It stands for awesome, I'm thinking. But hey, we're gonna go through the outside and the inside and do a couple quick peeks at some cool features on this motorhome. Let's go. Outside this awesome camper van, the Winnebago Solis Pocket 36A, we've got to go through some couple cool features, door side and in the back side. Let's take a peek. When you open up the sliding door, lock that into place. I love this little feature that they've got integrated in the side. Flip a couple clips, and now I have a utility table to do all kinds of different things. Maybe throw my coffee pot out in the morning, or obviously lunch. But hey, we love camping, we love being outdoors, and what happens with outdoors? We've got bugs, right? So if it's a nice day like today, I can keep the slider door open, get this all zipped up, and the great thing, or the cool feature that I love about this, it's magnetic, so I don't have to worry about zipping and unzipping. So again, a beautiful day, leave it at that and just go in and out as you need without any hesitation or hassle. On the back side, this is where it gets even cooler. Both doors, as you guys can see, can swing. They're two-stage hinges. We can swing them straight out the back, or we can completely push it out of our way. But before we push both the doors out of the way, I love Winnebago's innovation. They give you a pole here that you can use for a couple different circumstances. Maybe if you want to dry off your beach towels because you just came back from a good surf, or hey, I've got a spray port here that I'm going to show you in a second. I can hang up a privacy curtain. But let's go ahead and get this out of the way and talk about a few other items. Speaking of that spray port, I have a quick connect here that I can hook up a hose that Winnebago gives you and easily spray down whatever I need, maybe dirty feet from a long dirty hike, or use it as like a wash base, right? All my water supply hookups are here. Again, Winnebago is hugely innovative. I love the fact that they've put everything here color-coded, labeled easily to be able to access any situation, whether I'm hooking up fresh water to fill my tank, or maybe come wintertime and winterize. Easy, quick button. Couple items up here we've got to note. A portable solar prep that we can hook up a portable solar panel. You do have 170 watts up on the roof, but if you need more, here's a way to do it easily. Couple outlets, 12 volt USB or the circular 12 volt, and also the 110. So that way I have a charge, the access point to be able to charge things back here or plug in or hook up if it's a nice day and I'm hanging out here as kind of my patio setup. And last but not least, we have an awesome screen setup on the back side too. So can you imagine if I've got the screen on the side with the door open and these two doors open with the screen, I'm hanging inside with a nice breeze, chilling out bug-free. Sitting in this amazing cab of the Winnebago Solis Pocket 36A, it is amazingly easy to get comfortable and drive long distances if you want to. As I sit here, I'm just kind of soaking it all in. It's very ergonomic with everything here, even like down to the controls for the radio or seeing the speedometer and such. I just feel very cozy and comfortable. I think, you know, under 18 foot long and not even 10 feet high, I think once you sit behind the wheel, you're going to have that same experience and feel like this is just like a normal car driving around town. I have big mirrors on both sides to be able to see ample visibility down the sides, especially in those quick lane changes, or if I'm in city driving and have to back up and do parallel parking. But talking about backing up, it's a really cool feature I didn't realize until I sat here and started playing with the gear shift. You have a rear view mirror. Now, of course, you'll see later in the video, we're going to talk about the back stowing some of your gear. Might be a little cumbersome to see all the way back through those windows in the back. So it's really cool. Winnebago has a camera that gives you visibility behind you through the rear view mirror, and if you shift in reverse, it tilts down, which is really cool. That way, when you're backing up, you can see those curbs or maybe anything that might be laying in the road that much better. But the secondary, or maybe that's secondary if they intended it, you have your normal standard backup camera on the back that shows right down from the bumper on. So I have a lot of visibility all around me to be able to drive and go anywhere with a lot of confidence. And speaking of driving, if we're going out to all kinds of different terrains, you can have the confidence in this platform that the Dodge Ram ProMaster has. It's a V6 3.5 liter, I think, maybe correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I have 280 horsepower matched with a 9-speed transmission. What does that mean? That means ample horsepower for this little footprint of a vehicle and a lot of mid gears to be able to maximize fuel economy and power, again, in maybe those steep elevation climbs. So I've got to say, again, the 36A Winnebago Solis Pocket, that A must stand for amazing. Inside the Winnebago Solis Pocket 36A, it's an amazing coach. We're going to go from front to back to talk about all these amazing little features, nooks and crannies that this camper van has. Stick with me all through the end. The back part is awesome to see. Anyway, starting up front, the cab seats do have a swivel position, as you can see. So if I have a couple people over, maybe entertaining some guests, I have extra seating, or maybe just if you pop out of bed and there's another place to sit and read in the morning or at night. But anyway, you have a swivel position that you can move around and use however you choose. Moving into the kitchen, I have a refrigerator that is larger than I would say like a dorm refrigerator, so it's going to be ample for me able to throw a weekend's worth of some food in there, maybe some cold beverages. But I have to say, these charge ports and electric outlets are everywhere. So regardless of where you are, what you have, we have ample amount of usage to throw up some utilities or charge those cell phones. Of course, we've got the battery disconnect switch for the coach with some light switches. Into the kitchen, I have a 2-burner propane stove that I can quickly cook up some stuff, or I can double up, put that glass top down, and now I have some more counter space to use for meal prep. Obviously, you have your sink to do some dishes, and we have tons of storage. We've got a couple drawers down low. And then as you'll see when we get to it later, we have a lot of overhead storage. But before we move on, up here is going to be your controllers. If you remember earlier, I mentioned there's a 170 watt solar panel. So this is your solar charge controller that you can just look at numbers and make sure you're maximizing not only the incoming charge from the nice sun that we have available to us, but also what are you depleting it or how quickly you're depleting it. This particular model does come with the Truma system, which is nice to give you some quick warm heat if you are out boondocking, or maybe even extending your season early spring or late fall. It is gold rated by Truma, this coach at Winnebago's proprietary insulation, which really means it is going to keep you warmer in the cold months and going to keep you cooler in the hot months. So moving on into our dinette opposite of the kitchen, we have quite a few things going on here. Let me move this table out of the way. They have literally taken every little nook and cranny and made it storage. And when I say they, Winnebago is so innovative. They have, again, more 12-volt storage charge places and 110 if you're hooked up at a campsite with electric, even little portholes, so that way you can run something behind and stow it out of the way, maybe like an iPad at night. Couple cup holders, especially if I'm sitting here enjoying a nice meal. I've got cup holders to keep out of the way so I can make this space available to me, or maybe even playing cards. But this is not just a dinette. This also can convert into a bed if you choose. We have a couple connections that we have to loosen up. Lay our tabletop in place, and now we can take one of the cushions we could use as a kind of like a nice little lounger place, or we could even take that back part off and lay this cushion down and use it as an extra sleeping space, especially if I have an extra kiddo that's coming along with me. But again, they are using storage everywhere. This is home to your portable toilet. We have storage overhead. And again, innovation, just a simple magnet. That way I can stow my gear without worrying about it coming down on my head. Up top, we have our fantastic fan that really will pull a lot of air through to cool you down on a nice day in case you're at a camp site or a park that you don't have places to hook up for electric. And moving in back, if you are hooked up to electric, we have our, gosh, what, a 13.5 BTU AC rooftop that is way ample for this smaller space inside. This will chill you out, trust me. But there's a lot of talk about back here, and as I mentioned, this is the kicker of this motorhome. We have so much going on. So you're driving from point A to point B. You've got a lot of gear with you. Maybe you want to go biking or mountain biking, excuse me, or you have maybe some kayaks or maybe just large campsite gear that you put out on your patio for patio time. I have track at the bottom in the front and the back to be able to tie down my gear and safely travel with it without popping over. I love this feature by Winnebago. You got dogs? What do you think? Nice little, almost like mobile kennel space. Or if you got the little kid, you know, you can throw a little pack and play back here. But anyway, in all seriousness, this is neat. You can close that off and your dog is back here safe, especially if you're gonna go on a quick hike or anything. Again, we have more hookup for electricity for 110 or 12 volt based on whatever power source that you have. This is your potable tank. This is where you're gonna put water in as you take it with you if you go into boondocking or dry camping. But again, all this awesome little storage areas for all these little nooks and crannies. We have one over here, a bunch underneath the bed, and then back behind here's our propane tank. Open up the back door, open up this cabinet, and you easily have a 20-pounder propane tank that you can exchange just about anywhere, like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. All in all, where is our main bed? You're probably asking if you've been watching this whole video. I showed you the dinette booth. This is the kicker. All this utilitarian type setup back here also doubles into sleep space. I have a safety belt that I'll release here. Throw this down, lay out the cushions, and now I have a great size, double size, queen size mattress that I can sleep 2 adults comfortably, enjoy my outside during the day, and get a peaceful rest at night. Again, the Winnebago Solis Pocket 36A. What do you think? A's for amazing? So there you have it, a camper van that easily fits in a parking space, has tons of storage, has tons of ways to use it by day, by night, be able to bring just about any kind of camping gear that you want. And Winnebago says it's one of their most versatile campers in their lineup. What do you think? Is the Winnebago Solis Pocket 36A, does that A mean amazing? If you agree, give us a like. Comment below any questions that you have or something that you want to see further in depth. And give us some love. Smash that subscribe button. I'm Mikey B at Beckley's RVs. We'll see you at the campsites.